Hi there, good morning. Welcome back to my magazine challenge that I'm doing along with Nancy, where we are personally challenging ourselves. This is sort of like your personal best to create ephemera and decorations and fussy cuts solely from one magazine. And mine's buried under here somewhere. There we go. Wowie, yesterday, 4 episodes. Is that amazing? I had to wait for the air conditioner man to come. And so it just meant that I just kept doing a whole bunch of little videos while I worked here at my desk waiting for him. And he did come. It's lovely. It's a balmy 72 in here right now. But we do need a new unit. So he's going to come back Saturday. He got it going, but he's going to come back Saturday. And we're getting a new unit. And as we suspected, the unit that's on our house, the builder unit, really is under what we should have for the size of our home. And we don't have a big home, but it's still not big enough, and which makes sense why our top floor would never really get nice and cold. For me, here I'm wandering off topic, but I would rather be really nice and cold at night when I'm sleeping. I can take warmer during the day. Like I actually sometimes will just put it right up to 74 or 75 during the day. I'm very comfortable in that temperature in the house. But when it comes time to go to sleep, because I like to sleep with a blanket, I sleep better with a blanket, I would rather have the air down at night and maybe have it at 71 or even 70. And it was never on our top floor where our bedrooms are. There was just no way we could ever get it to 70 up there without really cranking it. So anyhow, he's going to put in the right size, the right tonnage, whatever that measurement means. Ugh. And so by Saturday, end of the day, we should have a new, beautiful air conditioner running. Now, I was just putting in the template lines for when I sew on for when it comes time to sew the signatures. I'm getting close, not quite ready yet, for little Nicolette to put her into her new home. Now, something I do is, I already put the lines in. I got 5 signatures, 5 lines. So I will actually write the numbers of the signatures right on the line. This just helps me because then I know when I'm sewing it, because it'll be the other way. See how it says number 1 there? It'll remind me to check and make sure that I'm sewing number 1 onto that piece. It's just, trust me, I've learned that painfully because I have sewn the wrong signatures onto the wrong spot. Now I'll show you how I decide on where my holes are. So I already know this is 7 inches long, and I usually like my first hole to be at 1/2 inch, and then I go to 1 inch. I do a 6-hole running stitch when I put in a hidden hollow back spine. So then I'll go down to the bottom, I'll measure up 1/2 inch, and this part of it really doesn't matter, whatever length my spine is, doesn't matter. I will always put a 1 inch, my first stitch will be 1/2 inch in, 1 inch long, 1/2 inch in, 1 inch long. So whether it's 12 inches or 4 inches, that's what I do. And then usually what I will do is find the center of the book. So I know that that's 3.5. So 1, 2, 3.5. And I'll go 1 inch on either side of the center. And that's my 6-hole running stitch. It's as simple as that. That is more than enough to hold bizarre papers here and there. As you know, I like lots of different shapes and sizes to my pages, and I do not have a problem. It's just that simple. So it really doesn't matter Now I write top at the top so that it's consistent. And then I just make sure that my marks are in the same spot. Oh, 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 I moved. Don't move. So that's what I will put into the fold when it comes time to poke the holes out. See that? What I do is just open it up to my center. What have I got as my center here? No, no. Oh, come on. Did I go right past you, center? I did. There. So say I was going to poke the holes in this one. I will hold it down like this. I'll have my big paper clips on it, and I'll lay this in there like that. And then I'll just poke through. I sort of put it in there. I lay my awl there. I pinch down, and it just pokes right out the other side. So that's all I use. Very easy. Now I'm just going to run these across. Again, don't panic. If you've never done this before and you're panicking and thinking this needs to be precision, it's like surgery. No, it's not. Because keep in mind, your threads that you're going to sew with are flexible, and they will make up for a multitude of minute little inconsistencies in your measurements. They will. So please don't panic if you haven't got to this point yet in your journal making and this is overwhelming you. Don't let it overwhelm you. I was overwhelmed the first time and I thought, oh, this is like surgery. And no, it's not. That's simple. That may even slightly be not right. You don't want it totally off because you definitely don't want your signatures going in wobbly, but don't be panicking and thinking it needs to be perfect. It does not. Now, I need to choose a fabric for my template. And for the first time in a long time, usually I almost always consistently across the board use a monotone beige and ivory pattern fabric when I back my signatures. But I think for this one, I am going to do a little bit of color back there. And I'm trying to decide which one I want to use. I got this one from my crush. She sent me this in some happy mail a while back. And I like the greens because our cover is green. It's not going to show that much. Or else I like this one because it's got all the colors on a nice little beige background. Let me hold it up. It's got the pinks, it's got the dusty greens, it's got the soft blue, which of course is all the shades that we've got in this paper that we've been using from that big two-page spread out of the magazine, and I'm really leaning towards this one. This is lovely though. So I've got to decide which one it's going to be. Where are you, Nicolette? Oh, I've lost my front. Hold on. It was right here. So if I have that, say that's the center. There's my opening page, and there's Nicolette. See, that's how much is probably going to show. That tiny little, maybe 1/4 of an inch will peek through. But I like how all those little complements complement the pinks and the greens and the blues in there. Now, just for the sake of checking and making sure, so if we use this one, no, I do think I like the other one better. Okay, there, decision made. We're going to go with this one. So I just need, let's move you. I just need it to be a little bit longer, like 1/2 inch longer, and maybe about 1.5 inches on either side. Again, this part can be approximate. Doesn't need to be perfect. Is that the selvage? Or is that just... No, that's the selvage. That doesn't matter. Yeah, that actually would be a good width. All right. I want a torn edge. So I'll get that off of there. That way I just... Torn edge does a couple things. You'll know it's fairly straight because you're going with the grain of the fibers. And but it also makes for a smoother transition to go under your paper when you lie your end papers on top of it. So here's where I just sort of guesstimate. I sort of want it in the center. I sort of want that much on either side. So I'm just going to sort of eyeball it. And it's as easy as that. It's not hard. And both of these ends are going to get folded around the header and footer. So that's fine. I'm going to leave this out. I'm going to see if maybe there's somewhere I want to put a little bit of fabric on it. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. I still haven't decided if I'm feeling lacy and fabricy or not. So, 3-in-1. Oh boy, this is gunky. There we go. This just needs to be, you don't need a whole ton of glue at this step because think about it, you're going to sew your signatures right through the fabric and through this board, and that's really going to secure it in place. So don't panic too much about making sure there's tons, and sometimes actually if you put too much on, it'll bleed right through your fabric. Now that it still won't be that noticeable. Your signatures are going to camouflage it, but it's just something to keep in mind. So I just eyeball north-south and plop it down. There we go. Now I like to make sure, I've learned from being impatient in the past, and it's not the time anyways, but I just thought I'd tell you, let it completely dry before you use your awl to poke your holes through at your cross points. I've found that if you try to poke through with an awl while the glue is still wet, sometimes you can end up, the fibers will just pull rather than the pointed end finding that hole between the cross hatches of the fibers. It will grab one of the threads and just push it right through. But if you wait till it dries, you'll get a clear poke. So just now I'll just throw that in. Usually I've had this done by now, but for some reason I just jumped right into the book and started working on it. Alrighty. Well, I did a few more things off camera. I thought I'd show you yesterday. Hold on. Let's move her. Gosh, she's cute. So you saw when I put our little friend on the back, which I love. I wanted a bird because one of the chapters is the lay of the little bird. And I thought, I want a bird. Well, do you think I could find a bird in this great big magazine? Do you think I could find a bird? Well, I found some seagulls, which, if I had to, I would. I also found, now where is it? Because it's a little offcut. I found a pelican. I don't know where it is now. We'll come across it as we work. It's in here somewhere because I laughed my head off at it. Pelican. No, I don't know where it is. But then I did find the right cute little bird because it does say little bird. And I found an ad. Ah, look how cute. I love budgies. When I was growing up, we always had budgies. And so she was for a skin cream ad. And, but a little bird there. If you've ever had a budgie, now I do believe, I could be wrong, but my cousins down in the US, they call budgies parakeets. But up here in Canada, we've always called them budgies. Just like because my grandparents who were from London, England, they always had a budgie in their apartment. Always. And that's actually how we got one of our best budgies, because they had one named Wally, and they didn't like him, and they said, nope, he's not tameable. This bird is no good. And my dad didn't have the heart to, back then there was no rehoming a budgie. So my dad said, give me the bird. And he brought Wally home. Well, Wally ended up being the best budgie we'd ever had in our lives. Oh my goodness, was that a smart bird. He was so cute. He could say all kinds of words. His favorite one was toast and peanut butter. He could say it because, of course, us kids, my mom would say, what do you want for breakfast? And we'd always be saying toast and peanut butter. And Wally learned how to say toast and peanut butter. And Wally was just a wonderful little pet that we had for many years. They can live quite a while. Anyhow, so I found my little bird, and I'm very happy with my little bird. I'm finding it challenging trying to incorporate color. This book, I probably would have been wiser choosing a magazine from the 50s or 60s. These magazines were just starting to use color. So they only had prime pages that would get some color, and then the rest is black and white. But then I tell myself I need to embrace the black and white if I want to be in the spirit of the era of this magazine, right? So I give myself pep talks all day long. Now, you know what? I'm going to look in my blue box because I want to see if I can find the offcut from this ad and see if there are any word snippets I could use down here. So hold on. Okay, I found it. So it says your skin will respond to kindness. And then I guess it's Atkinson's Skin Deep Beauty Cream. That's really tiny. But I think I will use just kindness. And I think I'll just use the word kindness, and I'll put a little word snippet there. Scissors. Scissors. Oh, come on. Ta-da! All right. So let's do it. I've been trying to find products in here in this magazine to make one of Nancy's famous padded paper clips. You know how she does these really cute with like a bar of soap or a jar of cold cream. And I haven't found one yet that would be suitable, and I really feel like making one. So I'm going to go through my magazine again and see. I think I should use my bigger scissors for this. But of course, I'm just going to keep trimming away until it's gone. Where's my bigger scissors? Fortunately, I gave myself lots of room. Much better. So I was able to get laundry done this morning because we'd been putting that off, not wanting the dryer to heat up the house any more than it already was. It really got quite hot by yesterday afternoon. Wowie. It was about 85 degrees in here. But then this lovely young man showed up and got it going. And he said, well, the good news is I'll have it cool for you for bedtime tonight, but the bad news is you need a new unit. He said I could probably fix it. You'd be paying for my time to find the leak. And your money would be better spent instead of repairing the leak on a unit that's too small for your house. You'd be better off putting in a new unit. You get a 10-year warranty. And it made sense to us because we do know how old this unit is. So that's what we're doing. Oh, on a happy note, well, on an ecstatic note, our non-essential stores, only our essential stores have been open right now for weeks and weeks and weeks. Feels like the longest lockdown that we've ever had so far. This is our third lockdown. And wowie, they really wanted to nip this in the bud. And non-essential stores will be allowed to open Friday this week. So they'll still have a limit on people who can go in. So there'll have to be someone at the door counting heads, which we are now used to. We've been doing that for a year and a half. I love that. Because they're being kind to each other. I don't know if you've ever had a budgie bite you, because as sweet as they can be, oh, they can be nasty too. So kindness goes a long way with both of them. There, I love it. Found my little bird. Where there's a will, there's a way. All right, where did 1 and 2 go? Let's put you out of the way now. Now, I did get started on some tags. I made a tag out of the opening contents page of the magazine, which I like because then whoever the new owner is will know that all the ephemera in the magazine came from the March 1949 edition of the Woman's Journal. So I've got that ready, backed it onto a file folder. Then there was, if you recall, those pages that had some cute little illustrations. I was only able to save 3. They ended up on the backs of a more important page I wanted. You know what that's like when you've got a book or a magazine and both sides of the one page are good and you've got to make a King Solomon kind of decision. So I lost 3 of the cute little pieces to one side, but I've got these ones, so I think they're good just as they are. I'm going to leave them just like that, so I'm going to put them aside. But this I want to make into I just want to make a little tag and put something cute here, and I want a bit of color because, like I said, not a lot of color here. So in the areas where I had big amounts of color, I wrote the color on my tab. So I've got blue, there's green. So I want some blue. And I think I am going to fussy cut her because I liked her as well. But I've been loving this lady since I opened the magazine. She just looks so sassy, and she's going to have to go somewhere in the magazine. And if I use her, see what I mean? Then I would give up my sassy lady. And so So instead, and in the end, this one's better because her top is blue and it'll add a bit of color to this little tag here. So I think I'm just going to remove this whole page so I can work with it. Hold on. There we go. This paper's a little heavier. It's funny how some of the pages are that thin, shiny, and some are this little bit heavier, which I rather like. So, oh, I want, you know me and my juvenile humor. I was able to find a laxative ad in there, but the one Tampax ad, because I laugh and giggle over Tampax ads too, I turned out I didn't check the other side of something I was cutting, and I ruined the Tampax ad. But I did save the laxative ad, and I think that's far more important. All right, so I want her, and she's right in the middle. And I have learned to try your best to keep it to a minimum. I'm not sure how long I want her to be, so I'm going to take her down to there. There we go. I'm going to try and make use of the rest of that blue wherever I can. All right, so let's fussy cut. This artist, that style of artwork, hold on, there we go. That's the same artist that I think that did the little dachshund on the back page. And it's tricky to fussy cut. There's no definite line with their style of using their pen or pencil. So you just sometimes got to create your own line in the spirit of the artwork and just wing it. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to cut her out and I'm going to put her on here like that so that she looks beautiful. That's my plan in case my timer goes off. Oh, for Pete's sake. That can't be accurate. Oh, it is. Wow. I need to learn the art of pausing my camera for the nonsense little things that just waste time, because I only have the 30 minutes to work from. I think I'm going to have to learn that skill. Hit pause. Do whatever is monotonous and really not worth recording. Because I've only got like 2 minutes left. But at least I know, so I can thank you for spending some time with me today. I hope you were able to relax, have a cup of tea, and put your cares away for a minute and just have some fun. I hope you'll take a moment and go over and see what Nancy's up to. The link is down below. I really love how her book is coming along. Boy, she's got a real talent with fabrics and laces and ribbons and that kind of, you know, adding those little extra touches and trims to a journal. Wowie. I'm really loving what she's doing. Anyhow, well, you know what? That's that for now. I'll post a picture on Instagram so you can see what she looks like when she's done. And we'll get together tomorrow morning and see what else I've accomplished and what else I'm going to get done. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. And we'll talk soon. Bye.